I put my hand turkeys up. Hey Maria! So, I just realized something absolutely liberating. I realized that I'm only making these videos for you, and I don't care if anybody else sees them. And that means I don't have to make them short enough to keep people's attention, because I know you're going to watch the whole thing and love it, even though if I just ramble about things for a long, long time. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make these videos as long as I want to. Woo! Well, our project right now is the quote project. We decided to watercolor quotes, just a random quote, and illustrate it however we wanted to in watercolor. And the first thing that came to my head when I was thinking quotes, find a quote. Well, it just had to be GK Chesterton because he's just so quotable. I didn't remember any specific quotes, but there's one particular imagery that has always stuck with me ever since I read Orthodoxy a couple years ago, which was something along the lines of the doctrines of Christianity were not lambs in a sheepfold, but rather lions and bulls. It was just like the imagery of them storming around these ferocious beasts, and if you let one get too powerful, then, you know, the equilibrium was totally flown out of whack. So that's what I decided to start watercoloring. And unfortunately, fortunately actually, before I finished the thing, I looked up the quote, and actually it is this. Once let one idea become less powerful, and some other idea would become too powerful. It was no flock of sheep that the Christian shepherd was leading, but a herd of bulls and tigers, of terrible ideals and devouring doctrines, each one of them strong enough to turn into a false religion and lay waste to the world. So it's a good thing I caught that, and then of course I had to make some tigers after that instead of some lions. Yeah, I went through a lot of sketches and a lot of practices, and actually some of the practice tigers I like better than my actual tigers, but it's okay. It's just a fun project. I don't need to agonize over it, right? So here we have my initial sketches, and I was babysitting Micah, and he so very kindly improved my original ideas. Here he decided the lion wasn't ferocious enough, so he gave him a nice mane and whiskers. He noticed they didn't have whiskers, so he gave them both whiskers, and then kindly demonstrated how you're really supposed to draw a lion face. It looks a lot more like this than this. So thank you very much, Micah, my senpai. You've just made my project so much better. Anyway, here's kind of the idea I want to get across, although I can't really make the lions. Just kind of a bundle of vicious animals. And now for the real deal. favorite part actually are these legs, the orange legs of the bison, and I think they were my favorite before they were actually finished. Now I don't like them quite as much. And also this guy's face. I think you can just see the texture of the watercolor really nicely, and I really like that. I just kind of wish I'd blend the colors a little better to have more brightness throughout. It just seems like you have like a blue and greens, and then blue and greens, and everything else is just kind of a mosh. There isn't anything terribly interesting over here. But all in all, it was a really fun experience, and I learned a whole lot. I went with the rainbow colors and just tried to make it as vibrant as I possibly could, just to sort of indicate how beautiful the doctrines are and how exciting and flashy they can be together, and also in the parts where they kind of blend into each other, how they all kind of work cohesively. But I don't know, they are such ferocious beasts, and they're in a bit of a chaotic scramble, and I think that indicates also how they can be confused and, you know, misinterpreted and all of that jazz. So that's what I was trying to go at. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see yours. And if yours is already up by the time I upload this, that'll be embarrassing, but okay, I still can't wait to see it. See you later. Bye.